Welcome back, folks, to Let's Play Ultima Underworld 2. And when last we left off, we had entered into a strange place indeed that defies any real explanation. There only appears to be two types of creature here, Vors, which we have so far found to be peaceful, and these two are Talarids. These ones in particular seem to be experimenting with different forms of dialogue with each other, because apparently the other Talarids here are actually pretty much unable to talk without the dialogue basically being fed to them by these other Talarid here. Just to indicate here, these are actually not just bits of floor like you'd think, but they actually let you bounce to certain locations, and some of them let you walk through them. Is that a peaceful Vors? Yes, most Vors are peaceful. Now back here are going to be a variety of scrolls. These scrolls are going to have various pieces of dialogue on them. We don't really need any of this dialogue right now. At least we don't know which dialogue we need. Also, the reason why we couldn't go into the other one before is because the other one is actually a wall that will actually let us pass through the other way. This one here actually lets us go this way, whereas the other one lets us go back. We can't actually go back without going through this. Sort of a weird kind of one-way wall, if you would put it crudely, because I imagine there's a very intricate system of Talarids have set up for that, but the Avatar just basically walks right through it. What we need to do is we need to basically find out what's going on here, because every place that the Avatar has been to, there's something that we can do to help. Here, however, everything is very alien and peculiar, so we're just going to have to try and find someone who'll be able to tell us what's going on. Because right now, we haven't found anyone. Ah, here's someone. This is a Talarid called the Elomosinator. Right, let's talk to you. Ah, I see a problem with engaging in conversation with this Talarid. Namely that I have absolutely no idea what it's saying. XK, 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 and repeat. I beg your pardon. What language do you speak? Pigumsjog Juktis Isbins Lovs. What did you say? Ah, it's just repeating itself now. Can you understand me? I have now assimilated your language through telepathy. Communication is now possible. The Talarid emits a euphonious hum. Who are you? You must state your function code. The Talarid emits a euphonious hum. I am Shana. This is not a valid function code. What are you? You must state your function code. I am Avatar. Ah, there we go! So it basically wanted what I was, not who I was. I am Elomosinator. Words difficult to say. What is your function? There is... This is going to be difficult to say. There is complexity. In swirling eddies of order and chaos, strands of information arise spontaneously. Sometimes higher level patterns emerge. By analyzing these, the observer becomes part of the pattern. Do you comprehend? Kind of? May your understanding grow with the passing cycles. I have a question for you. I have no question to ask you. But kind of makes sense for this one. What do you know of the Guardian? Function code Guardian is used to refer to extremely dense information pattern, which is local extension of extra-dimensional conglomeration. Who can help me find what I seek? Without proper constraint upon data, search time rises exponentially. One must use limits to, to something. An achievable objective, but one that still has value, and yet those limits themselves are data which one must seek, leading to potential infinite regress. Are you just trying to confuse me? Chaos is a natural state, just as much as order. There is no need to seek one over the other. Goodbye. Yeah, this is indeed one that we are going to, talk to again. That one requires data. More importantly, we are having difficulty communicating with that one. There is a Talarid that we know that will actually allow us to communicate with that one better. Also, I believe these are teleporters. I'm just going to guess that they're teleporters and move on. We need to do some more exploring. Here is another Talarid. This one is Futurian. Hello, Futurian. How are you? My Talarid emits a euphonious hum. Who are you? You must state your function code. I am Avatar. There are matters for you to discuss with Historian. After that, you will come talk to me again. Ah! There's one called Historian, is there? Historian sounds like one I need to talk to. But first, I need to find Historian. I definitely need to find Historian. Is this another peaceful Vors? Yep, we haven't found a hostile one yet. We will. We will. This actual place is one of the rare locations in the game where you can pretty much solve most of the things that you need to while you're here. Also, this floor is certainly colourful. Ah, here is Historian. Historian seems like he's very important. We are going to have to talk to Historian. The Talarid emits a euphonious hum. This time, I'm not even going to ask who Historian is until I tell them that I am Avatar. I am Historian. Tell me of your world's past. To tell of the past is my function. Others know nothing of what happened before their scupping, so Historian must make sure it is not lost. Each new Historian absorbs knowledge from the one before. I see. Since you are not of this world, I should tell you of our kind first. Our past goes back far indeed. Just as ants work together in colonies as one complete organism, we Talarids are evolving towards perfect synthesis into one great single being. How fascinating. You might think the individual would lose identity, lose what made each of us special, but this was not so, not before he came. Life was richer as individuals grew more coordinated. Each pursued individual goals, had hopes and fears as before, but also there were higher goals to benefit to all. Less pollution, end to war, exploration of other dimensions. How did things change? Guardian came, explained his function was to improve systems, increase efficiency. Made many suggestions, ways to increase production of materials. All were used, all worked quite well, but he has come to be allowed too much freedom to change our system. He is not of us, is not Talaroid. Or Talarid, rather. My apologies, you may have encountered people mentioning them as Talaroids. This is wrong. We are Talarid. That is okay. I pretty much noticed that some of these entities, the Talarid, aren't very good at talking. Oh, you have not seen the half of it. Have you seen the one that originally speaks in X's and K's? Yes, I've met him. You'll be talking to him later. But yes, the Guardian pretty much approaches each dimension with a certain attack plan. And with this one, the Guardian approached with a means of basically suggesting to improve efficiency and took control then. What else has he done here? We are too compartmentalized now, each knowing only of their own function. I think Guardian arranged this to weaken us. Now Guardian can do as he pleases. Many of the things we produce now are of no use to Talarids, but those that make them do not question what they are for. Few besides myself have enough information to suspect the Guardian is evil. Can't you do something to stop him? It is not my role to act, but to inform those that can of what has gone before. And in time I will be replaced by new Historian, scupped to see things the Guardian's way. That is not good. Also, notice that this one looks a little different to the others. What is that strange protrusion you have? After many millennia, the accumulation of small imperfection causes a Talarid to show outward signs such as this. Before long I will be sent to the lava pits to have my components reclaimed, and a new Historian will be scupped to replace me. Several more protrusions may manifest before then, however. That's awful. Is there no other way? It is our way now, in these times of great efficiency. And yet I know of older ways, kinder ways we used to follow, but I can only tell of these ways. It is for others to act on that knowledge. I need your help. Oh? With what do you require assistance? I seek a magical gem. I have knowledge of the gem you seek, but you are not Talarid. If you do something to help us, I will give you the information in return. Then I shall free you from the Guardian. That is a pretty good thing we could do to help them. Can such a thing be possible? And yet, if it can, I must do whatever I might to assist you. Let me think. What in the past might aid you in this? Take your time. Ah, I have it. Several cycles ago, Guardian modified the programming of the Bly Scup chamber. Our kind had 3 sexes, just as yours has 2, but now we have only 1, in the name of greater efficiency. How will this help me? Guardian's control of our destiny is centered on the Bly Scup chamber, for through the patterns we are made with, Guardian can determine our goals. I understand. To maintain his control, Guardian had Ductosnore scupped that would see things the Guardian's way. Normal Ductosnore would not operate Bly Scup chamber in such manner. As Historian, I know where the information crystal with original Ductosnore pattern is. Where is it? It was sent down to the lava pit for recycling 1,000 of your years ago. Then we'll have... That's terrible. Fortunately, the conveyor only moves an inch or 2 per year. That's very handy. You should be able to find the crystal amongst the debris to the north of the lava. It's crystal E0Y2. That is some very, very useful information. What should I do once I've found it? That I cannot say. I know only the past. The Talaros have never been, rescued, that's the word I'm looking for. The Talarids have never been rescued from alien fiend by a brave hero before. Only one thing for Historian to say when someone seeks advice for that which he has never happened before. Yes? Seek the Futurian. That which you will do lies in the future, and it is Futurian's domain. I wish you luck, Avatar, for hope rides on your shoulders. There was a time when we knew love, and beauty, and laughter. I do not know what these things are, but I would have my people feel them again. Now please grow, and go. Grow in knowledge, and go. I grow weary, and must rest. I must be going now. Yes, you must see the present and future, while I dwell here adrift in memories of the past. Go then. That is sad. The only person that can initially help us is somebody who has no capability of knowing anything of the future, and basically is stuck as a receptacle of knowledge. Excuse me, Vors, I'd like to push past you because I need to go this way and talk to the Futurian. The Talarid emits a euphonious hum. I am Avatar. I am Futurian. I presume you'll be wanting to ask about how a new Ductor Snore can be scupped with the old patterns. Aye, Historian sent me. You play an important role in the future of Talarus. That is the world that we are in. Also, Futurian can speak perfectly fine to the Avatar. This makes sense. Normally my guidance is given to my own kind, but in this case it is quite appropriate for me to help you. What must I do? There are 3 things you will take with you to the Bly Scup chamber. First, the information crystal the Historian told you of, with the old Ducto Snore pattern. Second, a crystal with a proper program to encode this pattern into the Scup chamber control mechanisms. This crystal awaits you in the chamber behind me. Well, that's handy. How did you come to have it here? As Futurian, part of my function is to keep my necessary chamber supplied with various items that individuals who come to me will be requiring at some point in the future. Well, that is interesting. What if I take something meant for someone else? Then one of 2 things will occur. Either you will return the item before the individual it is placed for comes for it, or you will eventually make use of the item yourself, possibly many years in the future. Or actually, it is possible you will convey it to someone who will use it themselves. But we digress. Yes, you were saying? The third item you will take with you is a Delgin... It's a Delnizator. These items, along with some form of weapon, will prove sufficient. What is a Delzinator? It is a device designed to serve as part of the control system for the Scup chamber. You will need it for the reprogramming after you kill Bly Scup Ducto Snore. Why would I kill him? The death of Bly Scup Ducto Snore is the only way to gain access to the Bly Scup chamber, and to trigger the production of a new Ducto Snore. Normally only Ducto Snore can open the chamber doors, but upon death, the chamber begins to produce a new Ducto Snore automatically. In addition, the chamber doors open, in case there is some malfunction to be repaired. Otherwise, we might be stuck with no Ducto Snore, and no way to produce one, but Futurian's past anticipated such problems and made allowances. What else must I do? The last thing you must know is how to utilize the Delzinator. The data integrator possesses this knowledge. You will acquire it there. Now, there was a statement there to say that you weren't going to kill in cold blood and unprovoked, but it is a sort of very weird system that, in a way, the Bly Scup Ducto Snore is just there to create other Talarids. It's a very weird system. I mean, these entities are so focused in their purpose that they're almost parts of a computer. A large organic computer, now geared purely towards designing things for the Guardian. We need to stop that. We need to give the Talarids their future, their individuality, the ability to feel and love. And that is a noble cause. I see. There is one other thing you do not strictly need to be informed of, but as your actions will serve to benefit Talarus in the long run, I will warn you. Warn me of what? Shortly before you came here, I informed Guardian that your actions would prove detrimental to Guardian's goals. Guardian will increase Vor's production and modify Vor's encoding to make them attack you. You will experience the first of these attacks fairly soon. Why did you do that to me? You have lied To have lied to Guardian would have led to my demise. In some situations, this would not be inappropriate, but my presence will be important following your actions in the Bly's Scup Chamber, so sacrificing myself was not indicated. If you say so. I have said all that is needed at this time. Now you shall go and do what you are destined to do. Before I go, how is it that you speak my language so much better than other Talarids? In the future, Talaris has much greater contact with other dimensions, including yours. This eventually leads to greater mastery of alien languages. As Futurian, naturally, I am already attuned to that future state. Well, that at least is interesting. Before we go, we need to go over here and grab the item that apparently we need to get. There are a bunch of random things here. Let's see what there is. There is a strange artifact, a piece of wood, a storage crystal. There's a ragged scroll. Now, one of these is going to be useful. There is a curious implement here. There's also a fish. And a nutritious wafer. One of the best food items in the game. We're going to need a few things from here, but that will come another time. So, I'll catch you next time, folks. And I'll see you then. For when we come back, folks, we have an objective. We now need to go and basically get these items that we need to get. And with that, we're going to need to basically destroy the Bly Scup Ductor Snore and program a new one. But we're going to get attacked along the way now because Futurian decided to inform the Guardian. Admittedly, doing this spared Futurian, so then Futurian could then come and help us, but at the same time it's kind of not great for us. But we'll manage, I'm sure. So, I'll catch you next time, folks, and I'll see you then. Later.